We have many important sayings of the Prophet, may God's mercy be on him. The person who fasts has two good news awaiting for him. And he explained it by saying that one good news he gets when he breaks his fast. Each day when we break our fast, it's a good news that the trial for this day is over and we can now eat and drink and satisfy our need. The second good news of the person who fasts is what he's going to get at the time of his death, when he will meet his Lord. This is a beautiful analogy between the life of a believer and fasts. You see, during fasting, we deprive ourselves of some important blessings of life. We want them. There is a natural urge within us to go for them, but then we don't avail the opportunity of eating and drinking because that's what the Almighty wants us to do. Likewise, in this life for a believer, there are certain attractions of life which have been made forbidden. So, a believer is in a state of fasting all throughout his life, and we control ourselves. Taqwa, God consciousness, is what we are expected to exercise so that we don't go beyond the limits set forth by the Almighty. So in a sense, it is something similar to fasting. And the Prophet, may God's mercy be on him, gave this good news that the second good news for the one who will fast properly is the one that he's going to get when his fast of this life is going to be over and he will meet his Lord and get the good news that his fast is over, and now is the time for him to celebrate, to rejoice and get the blessings of the Almighty without any hindrances. Prophet said that the Almighty says that as-sawmu li, fasting is an exception. Fasting is particularly for me, wa ana ajzi bihi, and I am going to reward for it. Obviously, that really means that the kind of reward that we are going to get for fasting is going to be very different from the other rewards. It's going to be especially from God. Again, the question arises, why so? Well, the answer seems to be that while in the case of all other good deeds, all other acts of worship, what we do comes natural to us. We want to remember God and thank Him. So we have been given formal prayers. We want to spend on our poor brothers and sisters, and we have been given the law of zakat. We want to meet God spiritually. So there is a house of God that we visit and we get the satisfaction of spiritually meeting God. Fasting is not in response to any of our natural needs. In fact, it goes against our needs. We want to eat, we want to drink, we want to have legitimate sex, but the Almighty asks us to stay away from all these legitimate needs from dawn till dusk in the month of Ramadan. So the Almighty says that fasting is specially for me, and I am going to reward my believers for what they have done.